my beloved child, pause what you're doing, take a breath, because this moment isn't random. This is divine alignment. This is not just a video. This is your confirmation. It's me, your Father, speaking straight to your heart, reminding you that I haven't forgotten the desires you've whispered in your quiet moments. I've seen what love did to you, how it left you bruised without ever laying a hand on you, how it made promises and disappeared before they could be fulfilled. I watched the tears that no one else saw. I counted the nights when you asked me if love was meant for someone like you. You started believing that maybe love is for others, but not for you. That perhaps what you dream of is too much, or maybe you've missed your moment. But I want you to know today, I was there all along. I've been protecting you from what you thought was love, because what I'm preparing for you is greater, deeper, and lasting. Not temporary affection, but eternal intention. Listen closely now. Your soulmate, the one I've handpicked for you, has something they're about to reveal. It's not ordinary. It's not scripted. It's not even something you expected to hear, but it's real. And it's going to change everything you believed about what love should feel like. The surprise I'm bringing into your life will restore hope in places you thought were shut down. It will awaken joy in a part of your spirit that has been asleep. It will rewrite the definition of love that was shaped by pain. Yes, you were hurt. But I'm not finished with your story. This is just the beginning of what I've been working on behind the scenes. Before we go deeper into this message, I want you to pause and type this in the comments. Lord, prepare me for love that reflects you. Say it with your spirit. That one sentence may be the very agreement I've been waiting for. That small act of faith may unlock a door you didn't know was about to open. Stay close to me now, because what I'm about to show you will turn your waiting season into a testimony of my perfect love. The broken lens of love. My child, I know what this world has made you believe about love. You've watched it slip through your fingers like sand, leaving behind only memories and unanswered questions. You've been taught that love means enduring heartbreak. You've learned to expect disappointment. You've even begun to wonder if real love exists at all, or if it's just a beautiful idea meant for others. You've asked yourself, why does it always end in tears? Why do they always leave when I give my all? And worst of all, maybe I'm the reason love doesn't last. But I want you to listen closely now. That is not the truth. That is not how I see you. That is not how I define love. You were not made for shallow affection or temporary attention. You were not created to beg for loyalty or to shrink yourself just to keep someone close. I shaped you with purpose. I formed you with love, and I destined you to be loved deeply, honestly, and without conditions. Not based on your performance, but because you carry my image. The world distorted love. It sold you the idea that you must earn it, that you must prove your worth before being chosen. But I never asked you to perform for love. I only asked you to trust me with your heart. The kind of love I designed for you is not rooted in fear. It is not based on attraction alone. It is a covenant, a bond that reflects my commitment to you. And I know it's hard to believe, especially when you've seen so many examples of love go wrong. When you've watched relationships break apart, when you've felt abandoned after giving your soul. But the one I've prepared for you, they carry a story too. They've walked through their own trials. They've tasted heartbreak. They've questioned if they could ever love again. And now, they are carrying something inside them that even they don't fully understand yet. It's a surprise, not one they planned, but one I placed within them. A surprise that has your name written into its timing. A moment that will shift the atmosphere of your heart. Because when they come into your life, truly come, not halfway, you will see love in a way that heals every place you thought would never feel again. What's ahead of you will not look like the pain of your past. This love is not recycled. It is not familiar in the way the world defines it. It is fresh. It is sacred. It is from me. And when it arrives, you will finally say, so this is what love is supposed to be. Stay close, child. This is only the beginning of what I'm about to reveal. The secret I've placed in their heart. My precious child, I know you've wondered if they've forgotten you. You've questioned their silence, thinking that maybe the absence meant they moved on. But I want you to hear this from me. They've been quiet, but not distant. Even when you felt invisible, I was stirring something in their heart. They've seen your name pass through their spirit like a quiet wind. They've heard it in their dreams. They've felt it during still moments when they least expected it. Your name has been planted deep within their thoughts because I placed it there, not by accident, but on purpose. They tried to escape it. They tried to convince themselves they had outgrown the connection. They tried to silence what I was speaking to them through my spirit. But no matter how far they walked, your name kept returning, like a melody they couldn't unlearn. It was never about obsession. It was never about fantasy. It was about recognition. A knowing that their spirit couldn't explain, but couldn't deny. Because when I choose someone for you, I don't just give them your image, I give them a glimpse of your soul. And now, after all this time, they're carrying something sacred inside them. A quiet decision, a personal surrender. They're preparing to come forward, not with empty words, but with a decision that could change everything. They don't just want to see you again. They want to honor you. They want to love you the way I've shown them love. They want to offer you more than attention. They want to offer you intention. What they've discovered in the secret place of their heart is this: you are not like anyone they've known before. And they can no longer pretend that what they feel is casual. It's spiritual. It's weighty. It's rooted in me. They've been watching you, not to study your life, but to understand how I'm working through you. They've been noticing your growth, admiring your peace, respecting your distance, even when it hurt. And now they're ready to come, not to take, but to give. They want to share something with you, not just words, but something they've been preparing in their soul. Not a rehearsed apology, not a sudden confession, but a surprise that you didn't see coming. A surrendered heart. One that has been softened in my presence. One that has been healed from past confusion. One that is now ready to love. Not by the world's standards, but by my design. You've always prayed for a love that puts me first. And now, your soulmate is beginning to understand what that truly means. This love will not be based on momentary feelings. It won't rise and fall with moods or seasons. It won't disappear when things get uncomfortable. This time it will be built on faith. Because they finally know, without me, love doesn't last. Without hearts cannot hold each other well. But with me, all things are made new, even love. So be patient just a little longer. Their silence was never rejection. It was preparation. And what they're about to show you will not just surprise you, it will bless you. What they've been hiding will bless you. My child, there are things you do not yet see. Things that have been unfolding in silence, far from your view, but never outside of my plan. This person, the one I have connected to your heart, has been carrying a secret. Not the kind that hurts you, but the kind that's been growing, maturing, becoming something holy. They haven't been idle. They haven't been ignoring what I placed inside them. They've been listening to me. In quiet moments, they've been asking questions that reach deep into their soul. Lord, how do I become the kind of person who can love well? God, how do I protect what you've given me before it arrives? Father, how do I honor someone you've trusted me to love? And I've answered them, gently but clearly. I said, prepare. I said, change begins now. And they listened. They've been working on parts of themselves that you may never know existed. Letting go of pride, laying down fear, surrendering the old patterns that once held them back. They didn't do it to impress you. They didn't do it to prove anything. They did it because I showed them a glimpse of who you are, and they knew they couldn't approach a gift like you the same way they approached the past. There is something they are bringing to you that you didn't ask for, but it will bless you in ways you didn't even pray for. This surprise they carry, it's not a gift you can hold. It's not a performance. It's a changed heart. They want to show you the version of themselves that you've never seen, because that version didn't exist until I began working on them. They've been silent, not because they didn't care, but because they cared enough to get it right. This time, it's not about appearances. It's not about charm, or words, or trying to win you over. It's about truth. It's about stepping forward without masks, without games, with nothing but honesty and a heart that's ready. They know now. Love is not about control. It's not about possessing someone. It's about serving one another through me. They're not coming to you with empty promises. They're coming with peace. And child, when this peace enters your life, you'll feel it instantly. It won't make you anxious. It won't confuse you. It won't force you to shrink, beg, or pretend. It will feel like coming home. Because what I've placed in them was never meant to impress you. It was meant to heal you. So prepare yourself, not with fear, but with expectation. Because when they show you what's been growing inside their heart, you'll finally understand why I asked you to wait, why it took so long. My child, I know what's been sitting quietly in your thoughts. I hear the questions you ask me in private. If they care, why didn't they show up earlier? If we were meant to be, why was there such a long wait? If this love is from you, why did it feel like I was forgotten? I want to answer that today, clearly, lovingly, and truthfully. It wasn't time. You were asking for a forever kind of love, but your heart still carried wounds that would have made forever feel like pressure. And theirs wasn't ready to lead with peace. You were both still learning, still growing, still healing from things neither of you spoke aloud. If I had brought you together before now, you would have rushed what I wanted to reveal slowly. You would have tried to build something beautiful with tools that were still broken. And when the weight of your past came crashing in, you would have mistaken it for failure, when really, it was just premature timing. So I did what a loving father does. I stepped in, not to punish you, but to protect what I'm preparing. I used distance, not to divide you, but to strengthen you separately before joining you together. I allowed seasons of silence, so your ears would learn to recognize my voice over your feelings. I permitted heartbreak, not to break you, but to teach you what your soul actually longs for. And look at what that did. You've learned how to stand without needing constant validation. You've learned to lean on me more than anyone else. You've discovered that your value isn't defined by who stays or who leaves. You've changed. You're not the same person who once questioned if you were lovable. You're not the same version of yourself who tried to earn someone's attention. Now, you know your worth. You carry yourself with dignity. You love from a healed place, not a desperate one. And what about them? They've changed too. They're not returning to you with guilt or shallow words. They're not coming to stir up old feelings. They're coming to start something new. This time, they're showing up with alignment, not confusion, with purpose, not excuses. Because while you were waiting, I was working, not just on your life, but on the parts of their heart that only I could reach. And child, hear me? Delay is not the same as denial. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. What looked like absence was actually preparation. There's a reason the wait was long, because what I'm sending you isn't ordinary. It's not rushed, reactive, or unfinished. It's refined, repaired, and rooted in me. Now you're ready, and so are they. The stage is set, and the next part of your story is about to unfold in a way that proves my timing is always perfect. The surprise that will rewrite your story. My dear child, get ready. Not in the way the world prepares, not with panic or pressure, but with peace and quiet trust. Because what's coming toward you now is not just an answer to a prayer. It is an answer to a pattern that has left you wounded. A pattern that taught you love always fades, that people always leave, that what begins beautifully must end in pain. But I'm about to rewrite that story. This surprise they're bringing you isn't wrapped in shiny paper. It's not something you can hold in your hands. It's something you will feel in your soul and know immediately it came from me. They're not coming to give you a ring, though that may come in time. They're not coming with just words or gifts. They're coming with something far more valuable, a whole heart. A heart that has been through the fire, but didn't burn. A heart that used to run, but now chooses to stay. A heart that's no longer scared to love, because it's been transformed by my presence. They want to build something with you, something that lives longer than a season, something that reflects me. Not just a connection, but a covenant. Not just chemistry, but calling. They're not here for a moment. They're here for a mission. They want to pray with you, not just when life feels heavy, but when blessings overflow. They want to dream with you, not fantasies, but God-sized visions that stretch your faith. They want to serve with you, to make your relationship a vessel through which others can see my love in motion. They're not here to fix you. They know you don't need fixing. You need honoring. You need to be loved in the way your spirit recognizes. Not rushed, not pressured, but understood and chosen. And this time you won't have to guess their intentions, because I've already confirmed it in their spirit. You are the one I created for them. They've seen others, they've had chances, but nothing settled in their soul until I whispered your name. This surprise they bring? It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's quiet, it's gentle, it's pure. It is their decision to surrender, not just to you, but to me. Their heart has finally aligned with my plan. And when they choose you, they're not just choosing a partner, they're choosing obedience. Because I told them, this one, this child of mine, is your gift. Not to be used, but to be protected. Not to be controlled, but to be covered. Not to be loved for a moment, but to be honored for a lifetime. And now they're coming. Not because they feel lonely, but because they feel led. And when you see them, when you hear what they've been waiting to tell you, you'll finally understand why I made you wait so long. Because this is love the way I designed it, and it will undo every lie you believed about what love could never be. What you must do now, my beloved, now that you've heard what's coming, I don't want you to move ahead of me. I don't want you to try to force what I am preparing in my perfect timing. Don't rush. Not every open door is for me, and not every voice deserves your heart. I know how easy it is to dream, to get caught in the idea of love. But right now, I need you to stay grounded. Not in fantasy, not in fear, but in faith. Don't fantasize about the future so much that you forget to be faithful in the present. And don't let fear build walls that love is meant to gently walk through. Instead, prepare your heart. Not with control, but with surrender. This is the time to talk to me more than you talk to others. Let your prayers be louder than your thoughts. Bring every emotion to me before you bring it to them. Pray over your desires. Pray over your expectations. Pray over your past wounds, so they don't bleed into a future blessing. Because when they show up, and they will, you'll need more than feelings. You'll need discernment. Don't react with suspicion. Don't look for reasons to shut down what I've opened. I'm not asking you to ignore wisdom. I'm asking you to apply it. You won't need to investigate their every word. You won't have to test their love by pushing them away. You don't have to create distance just to feel safe. You need only to observe their fruit. Not their charm, not their ability to say the right thing, but how they walk, how they love, how they surrender. Because I'm not sending you someone perfect. Perfection was never the goal. I'm sending you someone purposed. Someone who knows what it's like to fall, but also knows what it means to rise again with me. Someone who understands that real love is not selfish. Someone who doesn't just want a partner, but wants a purpose-driven relationship that glorifies me. And so I ask you again, don't rush, don't panic, don't pretend to be ready if you're not. Instead ask me, God, help me see what you see. God, help me know if this is the one you've chosen. God, give me peace that confirms your presence. Because love that comes from me won't rush you, it won't confuse you, it won't pull you away from your purpose. It will push you deeper into it. Prepare, not with worry, but with wisdom. Because what I'm sending you is sacred, and it deserves a heart that's prepared to receive it. A new kind of love is coming. My child, you've seen what it's like to be misled. You've felt what it's like to be misunderstood. You've stood in places where love looked real, but it left you empty, confused, and questioning your worth. You've walked through seasons where you gave your heart only to watch it be taken for granted. You've carried pain silently, hoping one day someone would see you the way I always have. But you didn't give up, even when it was hard. Even when you wanted to close your heart forever, you still believed I could send something better. You've endured the false. You've wrestled with doubt. You've stood through storms of loneliness. Not because you were weak, but because you were strong enough to wait for what is true. And now, you are about to witness what I've been saving for you. Not as a reward for perfection, but as a gift for faithfulness. This love, the one I'm sending, will feel different. It will feel gentle, like peace after a long battle. It will feel calm, like a quiet answer after years of loud questions. It will feel like home. And when it comes, you'll finally understand what I've been trying to show you all along. Love, when it's truly from me, doesn't rush you, it doesn't play games, it doesn't manipulate or pressure. It simply fits, because love that comes from me carries my peace, fulfills my purpose, and reveals my heart. Lord, prepare me to receive a love that reflects you. Heavenly Father, I come before you with an open heart, grateful for the love you've designed just for me. Thank you for every moment you held me back from what I thought was right, only to lead me towards something better. Thank you for protecting me in the waiting, for sheltering my soul during seasons I didn't understand, and for shaping me into someone who can now love without fear. Lord, prepare me, not just to be loved, but to reflect your love in how I speak, how I forgive, and how I stay grounded in grace. Teach me to receive love without suspicion and to give love without pride. Wash away every old wound that still whispers lies to my spirit. Uproot every seed of doubt that tells me I'm too broken, too late, or too much to be chosen. Father, fill my heart with wisdom. Help me see with spiritual eyes. When the one you've prepared comes, let peace be the confirmation. Let purpose be the foundation. Let patience be the rhythm. And most of all, teach me to love you first, so I never place anyone where only you belong. I trust you with my heart, I trust you with the timing, and I trust that the love you send will reflect the beauty of your heart. In Jesus' name, amen.